Magikoopas are one of the most interesting enemies in Mario Maker 2. Today, I'll show you 8 Magikoopa ideas to add sorcery and intrigue into your courses. Let's get started. Luigi has heard of a mystical enemy that has the ability to manipulate objects into different forms. He needs to check it out to report his research to the top secret organization called Operation Delicious Gold. He enters a cave to study these Magikoopa enemies and learns that they can shoot their magic to transform blocks. Luigi decides to see if they can use that power to destroy walls. In this area, Luigi will have to stand in the perfect spot to get the Magikoopa to shoot towards him. If the PlayStation missile hits the block, it will destroy it to make a space for Luigi to move through. Each transformed block turns into a random enemy or sometimes a lucky item, so he'll need to be careful when taunting these wizards. Luigi tests the distance of these missiles and finds out that they can continue to move with him as long as he keeps them on screen. By jumping, he can get the projectile to fire at the walls ahead. He can even get the Magikoopas to break scroll stopping by hitting a hard block on the edge of the screen to trigger an off-screen contraption. Luigi wonders what else these sorcerers can do, so he decides to investigate further. Before continuing, Luigi sets out into a cave to grab his daily lunch of coins. He enters a pipe to see what treasures await and realizes that evil wizards lured him into a trap. Wizards hover near the ceiling connected to a track while casting spells towards Luigi. Every time they cast, they make enemies rain on Luigi by transforming hard blocks. Luigi will have to stay alive while making his way across the room, but the platform on a track slows him down. Just when he thinks he's safe, the next room is even deadlier. A Magikoopa stole Lakitu's cloud and is following Luigi's every move. The ground Luigi uses to move through this area can also disappear from under him when the magic turtles hit it. Fortunately for Luigi, a lucky mushroom appears and helps him escape the cave and devour some sweet, sweet gold. What do you think coins taste like? Let us know in the comments below. Kamek, the master of all Magikoopas, hears about Luigi's intrusion in his affairs. He decides to use even more powerful magic to stop him. In this idea, Magikoopas cast spells and force Luigi to re-enter the zone to see this magic. This uses a technique called spawn blocking, where one item is hidden behind a block that Kamek transforms, but it will only appear when the area is reloaded. When Luigi resets the area with his pipe after Kamek transforms this block, a bullet blaster falls and triggers an on-off switch. Because Luigi figured out how the magic works, he can even uncover powerful items that Kamek has tried to protect. In this room, he gets the Magikoopa to melt an ice block and then resets the room. A bullet blaster appears, destroys a Bob-omb, and grants him a spicy fire flower. Kamek is furious that Luigi figured out his magic and flees to prepare more traps to defeat this green nuisance. Kamek spread word to all of his commander Magikoopas to slow Luigi down while he prepares. Magikoopas bait Luigi into a lava-filled chamber with nothing but a Shelmet to help him. In this arena, Magikoopas sit on their Muncher thrones protected by one-way gates on either side of the room. Luigi has a single layer of hard blocks underneath him that he will have to protect to survive. The deadly PlayStation missiles threaten to turn every block into a PS5 and drop him into the molten cherry juice. In order to stay alive, Luigi needs to headbutt the shapes and jump over the lava bubble until a P-switch is activated. Bullet blasters on the side will launch more deadly lava bubbles if he lets the Magikoopas uncover them. If Luigi can survive long enough, the P-switch activates, blocking the deadly Magikoopa missiles and allowing him to escape through the P-door. Make sure to give the creators of these courses some love by checking out their level codes in the description below. Since the Shelmet turned out to be extremely helpful when dealing with the Magikoopas, Luigi decides to wear a shell left around by a dead Koopa to see the effects. Angry wizards with Muncher headgear want to hurt Luigi for disrespecting their comrade's shell, and they shoot projectiles at him. Luigi learns that the dry bone shell allows him to jump on top of the magic and bounce off without taking damage. He decides to use this concept to make it across wide gaps in the ground and to bounce upward to high platforms. Luckily, the dusty shell he's wearing also gives protection against the muncher damage so that he can walk on top of them without hurting the Magikoopas. Keeping them alive gives him more missiles to bounce off of while progressing. When Luigi finally makes it to the end, he can ground pound this Magikoopa and escape the perilous mine. Kamek teamed up with Magikoopa to destroy Luigi. The Tenacious Team have stolen all of the spicy fire flowers in the Mushroom Kingdom and put them out of reach. Iggy's mission is to burn Luigi with his green apple flavored fireballs while Kamek transforms every fire flower into a deadly minion. Once the magic missile touches a fire flower, it transforms randomly. If it's a minion, Luigi will need to get that minion to bounce off the trampolines in the middle of the room and jump on it at maximum height of its bounce. Luigi's only chance to defeat this evil duo is to hit the POW block above with the extra bouncy height from the minion onslaught. If Luigi can hit 2 POW blocks, Kamek will be forced to leave his safe throne and enter the battlefield. Once Luigi can bounce on the wizard turtle, Kamek will escape into the mist to plan his next move, and Luigi can safely escape through the door. Kamek unleashes his pet Magichomp to slow Luigi down while he prepares the final battle. The Magichomp is a powerful sorcerer infused with 2 unchained chomps. In this room, the Magichomp bounces around safely underneath the arena while Luigi dodges his missiles. At the top of the room, delicious mushrooms that can't be collected move on tracks. The Magichomp transforms these into evil minions to attack Luigi. If one of these minions can be picked up, Luigi can throw them into the area to the left to try to damage the Magichomp. Because Chain Chomps jump as they move, the Magichomp has a good chance to dodge the attack, making this encounter even more difficult. If Luigi can time it right, he can slowly remove the Unchained Chomps from this monstrosity. When Luigi removes both Chain Chomps, the Magikoopa gets so frustrated that he teleports right in front of Luigi to launch magic. With one easy hop, Luigi can defeat this now harmless wizard to get the key and escape. Kamek teleports Luigi into his icy layer of death. Luigi will need to dodge giant pink shapes while moving to the left and the right of the cave. Stabby water falls from the ceiling to try to damage Luigi while he jumps over the painful projectiles. If he can move all the way to the left or right, he can get one of the icicles to fall and trigger an on-off switch. He also realizes that Kameks protected himself with flimsy brick blocks, and he can use the icicles to break through the shield 1 block at a time. Once Luigi triggers enough switches and breaks through the blocks, he can get the key and escape. Wait, what's this? In his desperation, Kamek has made the flagpole disappear with his magic. Luigi can't finish the course unless he finds a way to get rid of the magic turtle. After some thinking, Luigi uses Kamek's stabby water to defeat the evil wizard and finish this feud once and for all. For 8 amazing acorn ideas, click on the video on the screen right now. For more Mario Maker 2 inspiration, be sure to subscribe and click the bell. I'm Arrowstotle, and thanks for watching.